What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. Last time, we did a lot of fusions, and I mean a lot of fusions. We then ventured back into the Monad block to get a bit more training done, especially for the alternate party members. But alas, we were unable to complete Elizabeth's request. In this episode, despite no one being tired, our Tartarus exploration has come to a close for this evening. Realistically, those requests are the only thing we really need to come back to Tartarus for. So we'll have plenty of time to try to find that katana, as well as gain a few more levels, so that way we'll be able to make every persona. Though we don't quite have access to all of them, so may want to hold off on that a little bit. But now it's after school. So, what are we going to be doing today? Well, we could hang out with Igus, but there is someone else who we can hang out with. And that person is Mitsuru. Hey, Mitsuru, it's been a while. Yeah, actually. Did you want to hang out for a little bit? Alright, then let's get going. Back to Wild Duck Burger, it seems. Yeah, I remember. I guess you have a point. Selfish? I don't think so. Let's do it. Let's. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou chooses to create a persona of the Empress Arcana. I can only imagine with this newfound sense of freedom, she doesn't really have that much longer to have this sort of freedom. Never mind what's happening with Tartarus and Nyx, but just with her inheriting the Kirijo group and being engaged, she won't have any sort of freedom, really, once high school's finished, so the least we can do is give her a few happy memories of these times.
Sup, dude?
Hey, Junpei. I appreciate the enthusiasm, Junpei, but unfortunately we won't be spending time in Tartarus. Today, well, this evening, there isn't really much for us to do, but there's two things that I want to accomplish, both of which involve going to Polonia Mall. The first thing we're going to do is to sell off the excess equipment that we got from our last Tartarus exploration. We may still have plenty of money, but you know we have junk to sell, so give me a moment. Oh, shoot. Well, I can still do that by going over here. Actually didn't have that much to sell, but whatever. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do, but the second thing that I want to do is to head... Oh, wait, are they closed? No, they aren't closed. I actually want to check out the antique shop very briefly. To be honest, I have never actually dealt with fusing personas into weapons. So I actually want to see how this works. So let's go ahead and go with the Nihil sword. Let's see. So these are the different results that we'd be able to get. Which is also interesting because... What's interesting is the fact that the result doesn't necessarily give the same weapon type. So if I went with spear, yeah, that's very interesting. I suppose it's... If a persona has a specific weapon that they're tied to, then they get these special, like, results, like Shiva and Masakado, as well as Beelzebub. So, I wonder, let's see, so Foundation Glaive, let's see, I would like to see what sort of swords I can get. I mean, I can get Mother Sabers. I do wonder if the level of the persona actually influences what I get. Let's see. We'll be ready on the 10th. A magic fused saber with rage resist. Low resist wind. Resist fire. Yeah, I mean each of the personas give it a different ability. Now that is a good spear. Okay, lots of interesting combinations with what I've got. Ooh, now that is also a good sword. Okay. So why don't we go and do this and get Junpei a freaking good sword? Okay, and we can only make one weapon at a time. So that's also interesting. So we have a bunch of items that can potentially raise our persona stats, which I may invest a little bit in once I actually have all the personas that I will want. Let's see, there's also different things I can get, but honestly, there's not really anything I would want, except maybe another Turafury gem. Other than that, though, I think we're good. Okay, so you can actually get some very nice weaponry from this. Okay, that is good to know. I mean, I knew that different personas would give certain benefits, but I wasn't exactly sure how that worked. And apparently, each persona is tied to a specific weapon type if they are indeed like a special weapon. So that will definitely be interesting. And that's certainly something to keep in mind to go back for on the 11th. So nothing much for us to do but head back to our room. We could in theory go back to Tartarus, but I think we deserve a few days off. And so it moves on to Sunday. And unfortunately, without Tanaka's program, without Tanaka offering anything helpful, there's not even any reason to check. But we do have things that we need to do today. And that means we need to leave the dorm and head on over to our destination. Since it is Sunday today, we can go ahead and spend our time with Akinari. Hey, Akinari. Well, despite what you say, you seem pretty enthusiastic about it. Sure. Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Akinari. I think so. We may not be able to see what our legacy brings about, but in living our lives, we become an example to others, whether or not we or the other person realizes it. I think I at least get somewhat of what you're saying. Akinari, You're welcome, Akinari. Thou art I, and I am thou. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Sun Arcana hath been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Ashura, the ultimate form of the Sun Arcana. And in helping Akinari find the meaning of life, we have now reached the maximum level of the Sun Social Link. We've mastered the dying young man's social link, and our power to create personas of the Sun Arcana has reached its maximum. We have forged a bond that cannot be broken, and in doing so, we can now create Ashura, the Grand Being. Akinari? He's gone. Then... he... Even at the end... well... I'm glad at least that we were able to see his true feelings, and that he was able to find that meaning.
Welcome back.
Thanks, Mitsuru. Okay, so what exactly are we doing today? Well, or this evening. Well, Koromaru seems like he wants to go for a walk. So tonight, we're gonna do just that. Nothing really special this evening. So that means we get an item. What did Koromaru pick up? A Mad Bull. Oh well, can't expect to get a homunculus every evening. Well, there's nothing much for us to do, so better get a good night's sleep. And so the day moves on to Monday. And we actually have the day off from school today. So what does that mean for us? Well, for one, that katana should be finished, so we should head on over to Paulownia Mall just for that. And oh wow, everyone's gathered over here. Hey guys. I agree with Aegis and Fuka. Not everyone can have the same resolve as us. I feel exactly the same. Well, some people may not have something to help fulfill their lives. And for others, it's just simply a fad, I guess. But who knows how many truly believe in it. We will. All we have to do is stop Nyx, and then the end of the world won't happen. And then people will get on with their lives. It's just as simple as that. That being said, stopping Nyx is not going to be the easiest thing. In fact, it's going to be one of, if not the hardest things we'll ever do. But we've got to do it. Otherwise, that's it. So, for today, we're going to head on over to Paulownia Mall. First things first, we want to go and pick up our katana. So let's go ahead and head on over to the antique shop and go ahead and get that. Alright, now we got Masakato's katana. Okay, so what other types of weapons could we get? We have the corpse rod. Let's see, so it's an axe that gives plus 10. There's also the evil gloves, plus 10 for fists. Let's see. I mean, yeah, we've got like ultimate weapons for gloves and spears. So, let's see. We got one for Junpei. Let's give one to Akihiko. Okay. mean, we might as well, considering that we have those available to us. But I'm gonna head back to the Velvet Room very briefly, so I can pick up both of those personas again. I also didn't realize I hadn't registered my personas. So Masakado now has the ability to get his item again. So there is that. But whatever, I'm not gonna worry about that for now. Instead, today we're gonna be hanging out with Nozomi. Hey, Nozomi. Sure, let's eat. Alright then. Nozomi, that's just terrible. Nozomi, don't worry about trying to be like your brother. Be who you want to be. Just be yourself. Make a name for what you are. Exactly. You don't owe me anything, Nozomi. Thou art I, and I am thou. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the moon arcana hath been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Sandalphon, the ultimate form of the moon arcana. with this, we have now maxed out the Gourmet King social link of the Moon Arcana. Our power to create personas of the Moon Arcana has reached its maximum. We have forged a bond that cannot be broken, and in doing so, we can now create Sandalphon, the Heavenly Messenger! Huh? Wait, what? Oh, well, thanks, Nozomi. I will. And best of luck. I look forward to that day.
Hello.
Hey, Ken. Neither do I, Ken. And that sounds like a great idea. And that will do it for this episode. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 3 FES. We are going to be heading back into Tartarus, but to be honest, there's not really much more for us to do. Really, all I'm going to be doing would be to head back to the Monad block and try to get that katana. So, I will start the episode off by showing things that are important to that Tartarus exploration, and maybe finding the sword, hopefully. But, beyond that, we're not going to really focus on our Tartarus exploration. We may do a few more Persona fusions as well, but for the most part, our focus won't be in Tartarus. But that's where we'll begin. So until next time, everyone, take care.